Marcus Conti reporting. Where are we today? Where are we today? The Museum of Natural History, you heard? Uh-oh, some controversy here. Look what we got. Uh-oh, a racist statue, they said. Antifa, they want to take it down. Antifa-led argument says that Theodore Roosevelt, the distinguished president of the United States, is a racist. He's a racist. Take down his statue. How about that? So let's have a look. We're here at the Museum of Natural History. And the big controversy is this big statue right here. This beautiful statue. All right, beautiful statue devoted to Theodore Roosevelt. And what you see, the argument there is that Theodore Roosevelt, the then president, I don't know what number president, I think the 26th president, he took office in 1901, and he was the president to 1909. Theodore Roosevelt, he was the youngest president at 42. And the argument here is that the Indian, that right there is an Indian, and next to him, on the other side, is an African. You see the African? Oh, that's the Indian. Sorry, I got it backwards. That's the African. That's the Indian. and there's the African. Come on, guys. What do we see here? What exactly are we looking? What are we seeing here? Is this racism or is this lunacy? What's also interesting is in this. Here's an interesting saying right here. It's telling you this statue was unveiled to the public in 1940 as part of a larger New York State memorial to former New York governor and U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt. So he was the governor of New York. That's why he has this plaque here. Today, some see the statue as a heroic group. Others as a symbol of racial hierarchy. You can learn more by visiting the statue inside. Well, not today, you're not gonna. There's also another interesting fact about this, is that not only is the statue a monument, but what are they gonna do? Knock the whole building down? Look up there. You got writing that talks about the Theodore Roosevelt. It says, State of New York Memorial to Theodore Roosevelt, a great leader of the youth of America, in energy and fortitude in the faith of our fathers, in defense of the rights of the people, in the love and conservation of nature, and of the best in life and in man. Wow, Theodore Roosevelt, what a great guy. But nonetheless, he is a racist, because right there you have one African man, naked African man. He's got no drawers on. They could have put some drawers on him. He's got like a cloth covering his luggage. Right? And he's lower. He's at the foot of the president. So you're supposed to depict the president below everybody else, because, hey, after all, you know. Right? And there is the Indian man, in Indian garb. He apparently has his pants on. And there you have it, the continues. The absolute insanity continues, right? So, and here you have some police here guarding the statue. We're here on it's 80th Street and Central Park West. 80th Street and Central Park West. It's a lot of media here. It's a lot of fake news taking pictures, and I see CNBC over there, right? So let me tell you what's going on here. So he's the youngest president, right? There he is, the youngest, not elected actually. He took office in 1901 because the then president got assassinated, and he took office at 42 years old. He's also on Mount Rushmore. Teddy Roosevelt is on Mount Rushmore. What are you gonna do? Knock down Mount Rushmore too? What's that next? Mount Rushmore. So it's been here since 1940, as the sign says. There's Teddy, and there's the subjugated black. Right? It's an equestrian memorial, has long prompted objections as a symbol of colonialism and racism, says the New York Times. A Native American man and an African man. That's what you got right there, says the New York Times, right? Because the white man, the white then president of these United States, is seated higher than the black and the Indian. The museum proposed it, and the city agreed to take it down. It is slated to come down when nobody seems to know. So New York City owns the property and the building, and the museum is a privately owned organization that runs the museum and agreed to take it down. The statue has become a symbol to symbolize a painful legacy of colonial expansion and racial discrimination. I don't know, I don't see that at all when I look at the statue, but that's for you to decide. Subjugation and racial inferiority is what it says. How come nobody saw that in the early 1900s when they put it up? How come nobody saw that? How come they saw a great president, then governor, youngest president for freedom and democracy and for the young people, as the symbol up there says? Right? Why? What has changed? Has history changed, or has public opinion changed? It seems public opinion has changed. Right? Antifa getting under people's skin, right? I see. Awakening is weird. Awakening is a strange phenomenon in this country, right? So that right there, my friends, is a symbol, according to the people who object to it, a symbol of racial separation and segregation of blacks and Indians. Wow, what a horrible history. What horrible Americans. Horrible Americans put this up in 1940, and they thought they were doing the right thing. Got a couple of cops hiding behind there, just protecting the old thing. All right? So nobody knows when it's going to come down. Nobody knows. But there you have it. There you have it. History in the making, changing the history of this great nation, because a couple of people decided that they didn't like it. They don't like the history. Change it. President? Pfft, who cares? Who cares? Elevate the black and the alleged Indian above the president. That's a great idea. I think that's a great way to run a country. I don't know how many people would agree with that. So there you have it. Slated to come down. When? Nobody knows. Where they're going to put it? Nobody knows. It's coming down. It's coming down. Christopher Columbus is next. Antifa, they're moving over to Mount Rushmore. They're going to chop it down. They're chop down Rushmore. Washington and Lincoln, they're all racist. Subjugating the black and the Indian, they say. Is there any truth to it? Is there any argument there, Mr. Antifas? Well, you got a point. You got some points. I think you made a couple of points, but not really valid points to take down the statue. So, So, Marcus Conte reporting. I was going to talk about some other stuff, but I guess I'll wait on that. I don't know. What do you think? I think there you have it. There's the statue. It's coming down. It's only one in many. It's slated for removal. And where does it stop? Right? Are we going to move over to Columbus Circle next and say Christopher Columbus was a racist too because he too was he subjugated the West Indian natives? I got to get in the shade because it is hot out here in New York City right now. It is one hot day right now, and it's getting the shade. So there's no tourists here anymore. New York is now a ghost town. What used to be a humming area of commerce and people flocking in to spend their money in New York City is gone. And now you have inquisitive New Yorkers and some press flocking around the statue that is slated to come down because we got nothing else to think about. There's nothing else to think about except how racist the statue is. How fucking strange is that? How fucking odd have we become as a people, I ask you? How is it possible that the Founding Fathers missed it? Or in 1940 they missed it? How did they miss that? Are they all racist? Are we a country of white supremacists, as they would like us to believe, or is that just a scapegoat for the fascists who control our government, the corporations? Fascism is interchangeable with capitalism, we know that. Antifa has taught us that. This is true, but why not leave the statue up so that you can point the finger and say, see, there, right there, is a symbol of the white supremacists in this country who want racism as a theme? That's enough out of me. Marcus Conte reporting. So I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know. It's up to you. Put, comment below and let me know what you think. I don't like it. I think it's obviously, based on what I'm telling you, the Museum of Natural History is a great place, and it's about to lose its greatness by trying to change history. Let's agree that history is history. However torrid, however fucked up history could be at times. I would guarantee that Theodore Roosevelt was not a racist. I would also guarantee that nobody at the time imagined that Theodore Roosevelt was a racist. But nonetheless, now they're going to coin, why not blame the artist? Why not blame the artist, right? Why not blame the artist who made it? I don't know. I just fail to see it. I fail to see the reasoning behind destroying our national monuments. It disturbs me. Although I agree on here's where I disagree with the target. I think if you're going to target, dear Antifa, if you're going to target the police, right, as a brute force in America, a totalitarian force that holds the oligarchs in place, I agree. But when you try to tear down American history and say that the foundation of our being in this country is false, I beg to differ. I say that you are confused and diluting your attention to a place where it should not be. Marcus Conte reporting.